Assalamu alaikum guys, how are you all doing? Welcome to my video and welcome back to my channel. I know it's been really long since I've made my last video. I haven't been able to make a video, not because I do not have topics. I have so much that I want to share and learn from you all, but because I just I did not have enough time or an opportunity where I could actually sit down, take out my phone, switch on the camera and talk. I thought I will discuss about, as you can see from the title, let's talk about different types of people. Yeah. And I mean, of course, there's so many different types of people in the world. We can't just list out the kind of people that exist. But what I'm mainly talking about is the kind of people that we should be aware about, so that you simply don't let anything affect you, so that you simply make your life easier but not taking everything they do or say seriously. Now, let me tell you before I start talking about the different types of people, that these are the type of people who often do not have a bad intention or do not hold anything against you. They want the best for you. They are your well-wishers, but because they probably would have gone through something traumatic, or they probably have no one to share their problems with or their experiences with. Sometimes solitude makes it changes people in a way that they don't realize, and only the people they live with see the changes or notice the ignorance that they've developed, or notice the bad attitude that they would have developed because of certain traumatic events, or being by themselves, having no one to talk to. In these circumstances or in these situations, they often have to be reminded that what you're doing is not correct, but not at the cost of your mental health, because some people are such that when you tell them that they're doing something wrong, they will not take it positively. They will get defensive and they will start hurting you, making your life difficult. So what I'm trying to say is that basically we should be aware of these types of people, so that we do not take the things they do or say seriously. So the way I'm going to list the types of people is just the way I work it out in my mind. What I do is, when something is affecting me, I think about the person who has caused it. I think about what type of person they are and what must have caused, what must have made them like this, or what change must have caused them to become this way. That's first, and then what I do is that I work it out in my mind, that how I can not let it affect me with the help of Allah, and how I can fix this situation. And lastly, I also try to see a positive side to the person, to the event. So if something has hurt me, I try to pick up a positive side of it. Have I learned something from it? Have I learned something about the person? Have I learned something about myself? Have I learned something new that if I had not known, it would have caused more problems in my life? So that's the way I work it out in my mind. That is, first, I recognize, I try to see what has hurt me. Two, the person that has caused this, what type of a person they are. Third, how do I fix this situation? How do I not let it affect me with the help of Allah? And fourth, I see the positive side of it. So the first type that I want to talk about is that these are the people that don't ever want to share something good with you. And I like to call them as the negative-minded people. So it is situations where, let me give you an example. It's where so something good has happened to them. For example, if they've just bought a new car. Okay, they've just bought a new car and they haven't informed you about it, which is fine. I mean, unless they're really close to you and they tell you about everything in your life and you don't know that they've bought a new car. Obviously, of course, as human we are, it does hurt. It does. I mean, doesn't it? It would not hurt you, but somewhere in your mind you would think. I mean, I think I did deserve to know that they've bought a new car. But yeah, that's not the point. The point is, okay, so something good has happened in their life, and you found out about that from someone else, because they often do not like to share good things that happen to them. And you approach them, you contact them, and you tell them, "Oh wow, so and so told me that you've got a new car. Congratulations." And what would you expect? You would expect them to say, "Oh, thank you so much. I was just about to tell you about, I was just about to call you and tell you about this. I'm sorry that, you had to hear it from someone else, but I was really excited to tell you this." Even if you feel that they do not mean it, you would expect this reaction. But the reaction would be something like, "Oh yes, I've got a new car. The old one we had been using it for the past 20 years, 10 years, and then the condition had gone so bad that we'd stopped going anywhere out. We haven't been out for ages. That car was so bad that we sold it for so much little money, and the one we've got now, we didn't even have the favorite color. We just got whatever was available." And like, "Oh, but my sister did not like it. I'm the only person who likes this car." They just keep going on and on about the negative points, and you're there listening to it and saying, "Oh my god, should I have not put you in the spot and told you that I've found out about it? I was just happy for you." Yeah, so they are the negative kind of people who often just want to share the bad news with you. I still do not know why they do that. I could think deeply and sometimes think that it could be because they are afraid of evil eye. They do not want anything to go wrong, and they simply want to keep the things private. But what I believe is that there's a difference between keeping things private and always being negative. So if you want to keep things private, just don't tell anybody about it. And if they do find out and contact you, let them know that, be very honest and let them know that, "Oh yes, a good thing has happened to us, but we do not tell a lot of people about it. We haven't shared it with a lot of people. I hope you understand. But yes, Alhamdulillah, it has happened, and I'm glad that you know now, so that I can share more with you regarding it." So that's what they could do. Now, too, how do you recognize this? You can find out that this is the type of the person they are when you notice a pattern, when you see that they've done it not once, not twice, but multiple times, and it's just with you and not with someone else. That's because they do not want to make you feel like they are living a happy life for whatever reason. And it is kind of disturbing. It is disturbing because you only want the best for them. And the way you recognize it is that you see this happen multiple times. And how does that affect you? I've just told you that it is disturbing when you feel like you're causing, when you feel like someone is scared to tell you that they are living a happy life, that they are happy. How do you fix it with the help of Allah? First of all, you thank Allah for their happiness. You say, "Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah, Ya Allah, you've kept them happy. They are happy, and I mean they've just had a good news, or something good has happened to them. Alhamdulillah." And then you talk to Allah. Obviously, you talk to Allah. You tell Allah that for some reason they are not willing to share their happiness with me. but they've been talking about these negative points. I hope it's not true. Ya Allah, if it is, then please resolve it for them, and put it in their hearts that I am a well-wisher and that they can trust me, or they can happily share good news with me, their good news or their good tidings or anything with me. They can share their happy times with me. And then what you do is that you sometimes what happens is we because we've been hurt, we want to be the same way with them, right? So if they have done this to us, if they've if we have found that something good has happened to them, and we talk to them about it, and they're just going on and on about the negativity about it, we often tend to do the same to them. So when something good happened to us, we list out the negative points. We need to avoid that. That needs to be avoided because we are not them. We are doing the same thing that they are, and it's going to end up becoming a cycle. What you do, in fact, is that when something good happens to you, call them up and tell them, look, I have a good news and this is what has happened to them. Say Bismillah before you give them a call, so that Allah protects you and protects your bond with them. And there's a word which I think is I want to make the highlight of this video, because I have been using it a lot lately. So sorry, it's not a word, there is recitation. It's a dua. It is Allahumma khirli waqtirli. I will make sure that I add it in the video. It's Allahumma khirli waqtirli. It's basically like a mini istikhara where you are asking Allah whether it's good for you or not. So in this situation, before you give them a call, you can recite this to check with Allah if it's a good thing that you are going to tell them about this news, not because they wouldn't be happy for you, or you fear the evil eye, but simply because, is this going to make things worse, or is it going to make our bond stronger? With that intention, give them a call and share your happy news with them. Of course, don't share everything that you everything with them. Just a few things that you feel comfortable about, just the things that are more obvious. For example, if you've just bought a new house, or you've just got a new job, that these are the things that people would find out even if you don't tell them. So yes, sharing your good news with them would often help them change themselves. Like I said before in the video, they must have gone through something traumatic to have become like this. So it could have been that they shared something good with someone, but they ended up taking advantage of that person. So when you show the good side of you and you don't list out the negative points, you tell them, I've just bought a new house, alhamdulillah, I'm so grateful to Allah. You often tell them that you're grateful, and just remind them that the more we're grateful to Allah, even in front of our friends and family, the more will Allah bless you. The more we list out the positive points, the more will Allah bless us with those positive points. So in this way, you're not just helping yourself, you're also indirectly teaching them that they would need to pick this habit up as well, and they will. Trust me, the more often you do it with a good intention, they will pick these habits up slowly with you and then with everyone else, and you may even end up healing them. That's the way that you can fix it with the help of Allah. And to talk about the positive aspect in this scenario, is the way I have looked at it is that when they do not want to share something good with you, which is fine, and they list out the negative points to you, the one positive aspect that we can think about is that if they are not sharing something with you, they would definitely not expected back from you, as in if they have not shared with you that they have got a new car, they wouldn't expect you to share with them that you have got a new car. So in that way, if you miss out on calling them to share this news with them, they are not going to feel bad about it. They would completely understand your situation because they've done it themselves. So in a way, that burden of not sharing your good news with someone, someone close to you, and then feeling bad that you've not shared it with them, that burden has reduced. So you kind of feel that even if I don't share something with them, they will be fine because they understand, as they don't do it themselves. The second type are the overthinkers, and I think there's a lot of us in the world. There's a lot of overthinkers in the world. So, yeah, to start off with an example again, why would this affect you? Would be that, for example, in a case where this type of person, they have invited you for dinner or a get together on Sunday, and you've told them that you can't make it on Sunday because you have work, you work on Sundays, and they've said that's fine. And then a couple of weeks later, your timings at work changes and you no longer work on Sundays. So they see you hanging out with your other friends on a Sunday. Now, in this scenario, what would you expect them to do? You would expect them to confront you, ask them, "Oh, how comes? Are you off today?" But the overthinkers, what they would end up doing is overthinking about every time you've said no when they've planned for something on a Sunday. They start thinking about why you've always said no to them. Do you not like spending time with them? And the number of times that they have adjusted to your timings only for you to lie to them that you work on Sundays. And they also think about times that you have always made them feel like they don't matter to you, even though you haven't. Their mind ends up making up scenarios where you've ended up making them feel like they don't matter. This is what happens to an overthinker's mind. And why, I think, according to me at least, or according to what I have read or heard, why I think overthinkers overthink is because they have gone through traumatic events where everything they did, they are questioned, or everything they have said, they have made to feel like they are wrong, or they've made to feel like they they're not good enough at something. And how it would impact you is that the next time you see them, they would act completely different with you. They would make you feel like you don't matter to them, and you're now confused that you've done nothing wrong. And then you kind of do the same because they're behaving a different way with you for no reason. So you've now taken it upon your ego, and you're like, oh, if they're behaving that way with me, I'm going to do the same, because literally there's no reason for them to have spoken to me in that way or ignored me like that. But if you remember, they have a reason, you don't. So that's how it would impact you, and then that would impact you more because you will end up becoming an overthinker. This is a small example, but in bigger situations in life, it could lead to a traumatic event, and that would end up making you an overthinker as well. So that is how it would impact you. And how would you fix that situation? Number one, again, pattern. If they're doing this again and again, you go up to them and confront them. You ask them, is there anything that is bothering you? Is there anything that is on your mind that I have done, that I have I have no idea about? Please tell me, what is it? Because I don't want this to affect our bond. And obviously obviously this is not very easy to do. What we would end up doing often is that we would end up doing the same. That is, if they're ignoring you because they have overthought about something, you would ignore them as well. So when you feel that you are ending up doing something like that, recite as much a'udhu billah as you can, so that you can shoo the shaitan away. Because shaitan is what causes you to overthink. This is something I read the other day as well. Overthinking is something that shaitan makes you do. So recite A'udhu Billahi Minash Shaitanir Rajim and go up to this person and just talk it out with them. Look, you've been behaving weirdly, and what is it that is making you upset? Don't directly go to them and tell them, why are you ignoring me? Because that's going to make things worse. Just go tell them, you've been silent these days. I've noticed it. Look, I don't want it to affect our bond. I just want to know if there's something you want to share. Just tell me about it. Another thing is that share things often with them so that they know about your situation. I know that it's not your responsibility to fix their state of mind, because you sometimes have no idea what's going on in their mind. But it's often good if you trust them and they're close to you. It's often good to share all parts of your life that you are comfortable with, so that they are aware of your situation and your scenario, and before they overthink something, they know that you've done this for that reason. Again, this is only if you are comfortable. Otherwise, you keep it to yourself and try to, with the help of Allah, try to not overthink, and if possible, try to fix things with them, as in try to find out why they have been behaving in that way. And the positive side of overthinkers is that overthinkers are often very, very good-hearted people. They're often very good-hearted people, because overthinkers not just overthink about the bad aspects of life, but also the good aspects of life. For example, if you've just cooked and you've cooked too much and you feel like, okay, this is too much, let me pack this up and give it to my friend tomorrow. So you pack the food up and give it to your friend, and your friend is an overthinker. Instead of, so what, you've given it to them with a good intention, and if they've taken it positively, they're gonna think so well of you. You have just given it to them because you've cooked too much, and you want to just give it to your friend because you care about them. Or there was too much food at home. You do mention that to them. I cooked too much, and this is what I've got for you. And they are going to overthink about how amazing of a friend you are. They're going to overthink about how you were the first person. They were the first person that you thought about. They're going to overthink about how well you cook. They're going to overthink about how much of a good person you are, that instead of keeping it for yourself, the next day you simply brought it for them. They're going to overthink about how they now need to make you happy, or give it back to you by doing something good for you. So this is the positive aspect of overthinkers, is what I believe.